Yes, I know, my hair's a different color. New year, new me, ha ha ha. Let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome back and happy 2018! So this year has already come off to a bit of a rocky start considering, well, everything. But there is one thing that has remained the same, and that is the creation of the New Year's resolution. Everyone has them, everyone makes them, but not everyone sticks to them. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a realistic resolution that you will actually want to stick to. So the first thing you have to understand is what a SMART resolution is. SMART resolution stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-limited resolution. In other words, it's a resolution that you can actually stick to and is actually achievable when applying it to your lifestyle. The basic steps are as follows. In order for your resolution to stick, it has to be specific. You have to have details: the who, what, when, where, why, and how. A resolution like "this year I'm gonna get into shape" is a bad example of a specific resolution. There has to be an action to it. A better example would be, "I will keep a new workout regime that will keep me in shape this year." That way it has an action and it has more detail. The next step is to make sure that your resolution is measurable. There needs to be a quantity or a quality that you can visualize in order to make it successful. Back to our "I will get into shape this year" example. A better version will have a numeric value to it, like "I will work out X times a week," or "I will try and lose X amount of pounds by the end of the year." That way you can conceptualize and visualize results, and it will make you more likely to stick to your resolution. Let's be real. There are very few people that actually set resolutions that they're going to keep. It's a sad truth. We often overestimate our lifestyles or our personalities, making us less likely to achieve the resolutions that we set at the beginning of the year. Our example of "I'm going to get into shape this year" is a perfect example of a resolution that doesn't usually get kept for various reasons. To make it more realistic, you need to make sure that you have the time and the resources in order to achieve your goal. Adjusting your resolution to fit your lifestyle will actually make it so much easier for you to stick to it. In order for you to achieve your resolution, there has to be some kind of importance behind it. Too often, people set resolutions that have no real impact or relevance to their lifestyle. A generic statement like "I will get into shape this year" is a perfect example. People say that they'll do it, but they don't really stick to it. Adding a motive or a push behind it will help you stay to your resolution. So instead of a generic statement like "I will get into shape," you could say something like "I will get into shape so I can be a healthier person," or "I will get into shape so I can be a better example for my peers." In order for your resolution to stick, there has to be a time limit that you give in order to achieve them. There needs to be a deadline so you can check your progress and make sure that you're actually sticking to your resolution. Instead of "I will get into shape this year," try "I will exercise for X amount of times over the course of the year." By giving yourself a deadline, it makes it easier for you to have checkpoints and an end date for you to achieve your goal. So a lot of you may be asking, what's your resolution this year? My resolution this year has an overarching theme, and I set new goals for myself every day. My overall theme for the year is to be better. Every day I set a new goal for myself that I keep track of, with my planner giving me specificity. Today's goal was to film a video so I can check that off towards my resolution. I always make sure that my daily goals are in my capacity, and I center my day around that. Today I made sure that I had enough time to film this video, and therefore I can check that off towards my resolution. My motivation behind my goal to be better is a bit of a sad story, to be honest. 2017 was a really hard year for me in a lot of different ways. A lot of things happened in my life to make me feel really down and bad about myself. And so I chose this goal to be better, to make sure that I don't let the bad things that happen in my life affect my future and affect who I am as a person. And I feel that it's really important to me to continue to try and be my better self instead of my best self. Every day is a new goal, which means every day is a new time checkpoint. This allows me to keep track of my progress and celebrate even the slightest positive change. It comforts me to see that I am making progress and taking baby steps, because not all changes happen overnight. My planner is what's keeping me on track and helping me keep track of my goals. This will allow me to continue to check my progress throughout the year, and it's actually been incredibly helpful. Remember, I am not an expert, so I'm gonna leave some links in the description down below so that you too can achieve your goal this year. So that's all for my video for today. You can check out my previous video right over here. You can also check out all the links to my social media down below. Down there I have my Twitter, my Tumblr, and the link to my podcast, which I run with a very good friend of mine. You can also find my song recommendation down there. It fits perfectly with the theme of this year. And also, one more little side note, please continue to call your representatives to help save net neutrality. We are so close. This affects the entire world, not just the United States and Canada. Please continue to call your representatives, check out my social media, and I will see you all next time. Have a great year, everyone. Bye!